we're at GOLFTEC, and today with my good friend and teacher Norman Boffeld, we are going to do a review of some wedges. So we have some wedges sent from our good friends at Edison Golf with Edison Wedges, which are still in the box. You can see them right there. And Norman, why don't you pull those out there? So they have sent us 3 wedges. Let's have a look at the degree lock that we have on those. And we're going to hit some balls here in the studio here, in the bay, in a minute here. But as Norman unveils those, so what do we got here, Norman?
51, 55, 59.
All right.
Very nice, still in the wrapper.
So we got that. So why don't you pull off the wrapper and just one of them there? Why don't we actually do the 51? So I've got my wedges here, and these are the Vokies that we have here. And this I got a 48 and I think a 54 and a 60, a little different.
Well, you know what? Let's do 54, 55. That's your closest.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Comparison.
So we're going to do a little review here and a little comparison. And the thing with Edison and Edison Wedges is, if you had the chance to listen to the podcast episode I had with Terry Koehler, who is the founder of Edison Wedges, and they create wedges, and just the way they're designed and the patent they have on them is for the high handicapper, which is kind of like me right now. Not the elite level golfer, so not like getting irons that are those tour blades. If you're a low or scratch golfer, that's really what they're looking at here. So the wedges here are a bit more forgiving, and that's the design behind them. So hey Norman, let's give them a test and then see what we got.
Yeah, some wonderful stuff with your 54 versus 55. Same length, similar grip size. I believe your mid size. His is a little bigger, got a little CP, a +4 on that, MCC. And then very similar head shapes from the look down. Probably notice the top line on the Edison Wedges is maybe a little more forgiving, a little thicker top line to the Voki wedge. But yeah, blade length looks similar, offset looks similar. You guys can see that.
Maybe we can tilt those up a little bit and do a comparison here. Yeah. For the folks there. There we go.
Bottom to bottom.
So you see a lot of clubs and a lot of wedges, Norman. So what would you say right out of the gate that makes it unique with the Edison ones there?
Yeah, probably the biggest difference there is certainly that's just that little bit of that cavity back style. Although it's not deep, certainly it's not. It still has a design that's going to keep the weight low on the golf club. But possibly just a little bit more mass up towards the top and on the toe for perimeter weighting. But yeah, let's see how they perform. Contact point on how it's grinded on the bottom. There's a lot of heel relief. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's stop talking and let's hit some balls and see how it does. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit 10 balls here at GOLFTEC with my Voki 54 degree wedge, this one here, and then I'm going to follow that up by I'm going to hit 10 balls with my new Edison 55 degree wedge, and then we're going to see some stats. Norman's going to capture that for us, and we're going to look at the screen and see how things perform here. So excited to do this. So hang tight.
All right, so that one I pushed a little bit. So those are the 10 shots with the Voki. So you can see the dispersion there. And I believe I only hit the green 3 times.
All right, so that's our results with the Voki 54 degree wedge there. Yeah, with the stats, looking at that, I only hit the green 3 times. That was a 100-yard shot that we had to the pin. And my dispersion was 3 of them were short, 2 of them were to the right, and I believe 2 other ones were to the left. So the big thing with Edison, what they promote is the fact their dispersion rate is much less with their wedges. So let's give that a go and test that. Let's do that right now. So yeah, I'm gonna be using the Voki 55 degree wedge at this 100-yard shot.
All right, so here's the Edison 55-degree wedge I'm about to hit, and you can really see with the profile here, a little bit different than my 54-degree Vokey that I have here. I know Norman talked about it a little bit, and you would think, not that they promote these as game improvement wedges, but you think they'd look a little chunkier and maybe be a bit heavier to be more forgiving, but they're not. Actually, really nice profile on these clubs, feels really good in the hand. And now I'm going to give them a swing and see how the results are with those 10 balls, and then compare them to what I just hit with the Vokeys. All right, I just hit 10 balls with this Edison 55-degree wedge. I hit 7 greens with this. 2 were just a little bit short in the fringe in the front, so maybe like a yard or so short. And then 1 that dispersed a little bit to the right, which that was on me, because that was my worst swing of the day. So let's go have a look at the screen and see what the stats show. See what the dispersion is with the graphics. All right, let's do it.
All right, here's my last 10 shots here. Boom, another one on the green. So that is 7 out of 10. So there you go. Kind of see the dispersion rate there. Lots of numbers, lots of data up there. I know we can't quite read all that, but the key thing is here. Kind of pull back, you can see there. Yeah, pretty consistent. Look at that. I'm hitting a nice little right to left draw on every single one of those, even the 2 that I pushed to the right a little bit there too. So I don't know. Data doesn't lie.
All right, so there we have it. So I hit 10 balls with my Vokey 54-degree wedge. Then I hit 10 balls with my new Edison 55-degree wedge. As we saw on the screen, maybe you think it's my swing, but you know what? Hit 3 greens, 100-yard shot. With the Vokey, I hit 7 with the Edison wedge. And the 2 that I missed, I mentioned earlier, were just off the side of the green, and 1 was pushed right. So I know this is indoors, this is off a turf, but now we're going to do the real test. We're going to get out there on the golf course with some buddies of mine. Some of them are low handicappers, some are like me, I'm at like a 15, and we're going to take some swings and see how these clubs perform in real world conditions. All right, stay tuned for that.
Hey, I got my 2 golf buddies here. I got Chris and Chris. Since we're both Chris, we can't both call them Chris here to differentiate. So on the left, we're going to call him Chris 17 with a 17 handicap. And then we got Chris number 9 to the right, looking pretty fancy with those shades on today.
Very fancy.
So I've talked these 2 gentlemen as part of my my weekend men's group we got out here at the beautiful University of British Columbia, UBC University Golf Club here that we all play on the weekends at. So they've been nice enough here at UBC to let us come out and hit some balls. And we're going to test these Edison wedges here from different distances. So guys, I know we got to take off the, made a joke, we still got to take off the wrapping there. Tough
we got it.
There we go. Guess it's hard to get any grooves on there, huh, Chris, if we don't take the plastic off first.
Well, and they go further with you leave the plastic on.
Is that true, or are you making stuff up again?
Not at all. I never make stuff up.
Attaboy. All right, so first off, we're going to go, I got to ask you, so the first one, the closest one in, let's say we got a 59-degree wedge. Let's hit that one first. So okay. Chris 17, what do you have an equivalent? Do you got a 60 or you've got a, what's your most lofted club there?
My most lofted club is a 58, but I don't have it with me today. I've got my 54 sand wedge with me.
Okay.
But 59 would be pretty comparable to my lob wedge.
Okay. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a 3-ball challenge. Each of them are gonna hit 3 balls with the club they have right now, and then they're gonna hit 3 with the equivalent distance one with the Edison wedge here. And we're gonna do a little bit of testing and see how things go here. And then I want you guys to let us know what you think as far as the we'll see the results, because we've set up a little pin here, a little hole over there, and we'll see what you think.
All right, so we're going to hit some balls. We're going to start with about a 100-yard shot here with the guys, and let's see how they do with the Edison wedges versus the wedges they have in their bag.
So Chris, what we're hitting from 100 yards here. What club do you have there? Your club.
So I've got my gap wedge, my 50-degree. better. That one struck better.
There we go.
So now we'll switch over to the Edison wedges. I struck that one well.
So Chris, you just hit 2 balls with each, and first one was a little bit heavy there, but what do the clubs feel like?
They feel good. I like the looks of them. The grip size on the Edison wedges is a bit different than mine, so a little bit different, but it felt pretty good.
There we go. Well, they did custom fit them for me, and my hands might be a little bit bigger than yours.
I have my Vokey 54-degree wedge that I don't think I can get there with, but it will be close.
Oh, you're there. Nice.
There we go.
See it.
Well struck. Yeah, you're right in the middle.
So we got, it felt okay.
All right, these Edison wedges are going to have a test here because these Chris's are hitting their clubs well. Let's see what they got.
That's a bit shorter.
That's a bit, that was a bit heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, where is the 55, is it?
55.
55 Edison. Excellent. Try that one. Now I have the 55 Edison. Looks nice. It's got a very nice top line and everything. Very conventional looking from down here. We'll see how it goes.
It sounded good.
Very similar to your first one.
Well, that one felt very nice, very solid through the ball.
Another one.
That also felt very good. They felt great.
There we go.
They felt very nice, very well balanced, very solid.
Good.
Again, the grips are much smaller than my own,
Yeah.
but no, it was a very nice feeling golf club.
There we go. All right, let's go to the green and see where the balls ended up. Let's see some results.
Oh, I hit my second Vokey wedge a bit heavy, but the Edisons went exactly what I would expect from that club, and the dispersion's really good.
Nice. So the orange balls are your 2 Edison shots?
Yeah.
There
But
we go.
They are it's 1 degree more loft than my Vokey wedge, so that's exactly what you get. And they were, 90 yards for my sand wedge is more than enough.
Nice. So I know these aren't fitted for either of you 2 Chris's, but Chris number 9, how would you say they feel as far as the feel of the club, the performance in your
Well,
hand? And
They feel very good, like top line golf clubs. I love the look of them. But the real test will be on the shorter shots.
there we go. That's what we're going to do next. All right, next up, we're going to test the clubs, the Edisons, with a little bit of bunker play here. So the guys are going to hit a shot. Hopefully you can see here. We've got a hole set up here. All right, we got about a 25-yard bunker shot. We got Chris 17's going to give it a go first. Chris, now you're hitting what's in your bag, and what club is that?
That's a 54 degree.
54.
Yep.
All right, you're going to hit 2 of those, and let's see how it goes.
All right.
He's on the green.
He's on the dance floor. There we go.
Now I'll switch over.
I know these November bunkers aren't exactly fluffy out here in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. But Chris's second shot there was about 7 feet closer, so we're going to call that 30 feet away. So we're going to say 30 and 36 feet. That's what we're going to call. Okay.
So now I've got the Edisons.
And what loft is that
And
one?
this is the 55 degree. So
55 out of there. All right.
one less degree than mine. Oh, that was a much better result.
Well, look at that. Almost pin high. Let's get that. I'm going to say that's 13 feet away. So result number 1 there. If he does it again, he may not give me that club back afterwards.
It's mine.
We'll see where it goes. But as we said, he can always enter to win one in our giveaway. We'll be announcing more of that later. Tell us what that was like with the your wedges compared to the Edison there, or the trap.
Well, I definitely had a better result with the Edison wedge. It kind of bounced right through the sand quite nicely.
Yep.
It was a good feel. Yep.
Nice. All right. Good stuff.
Okay, I'm going to try a bit different. I'm going to hit one ball each with a 58 and a 54 Vokey, and then with the 59 and 55 Edison.
Let's do it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, right on target.
20 feet.
20 feet short.
59 degree Edison.
Well, we roll that up a little closer. So what club do you have in your hand now?
This is the 55 degree Edison. Interesting.
Rolls it up to like about 18 feet there.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. They feel just like they should.
Yeah. So the bounce on that with the Edison, and how did it feel going through the sand there? Felt okay?
It felt maybe the Vokeys have a little bit more bounce, but the real difference is that I have Jumbo Max grips on the Vokeys, and so they're substantially bigger.
There we go.
But I don't think it really made that much difference. Obviously, the results are almost identical for the two brands of clubs.
Here we go.
So any difference is my poor golf. We will now check the hitting from grassy lies, and that will probably, that's where you hit most of your wedges from, is around the green and grassy lies. And I think that'll be really illustrative of what the clubs are capable of doing.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit a pitch shot about 35 yards, and these guys are going to roll it down with their wedges, and then also followed as we've done with the Edison wedges. So let's see how this goes.
So I've got my 54 degree wedge, and I think we're 35 yards.
That's a nice shot.
What do you think? 25 feet short there, a little bit left.
So I'm going to switch over to the Edison 55 degree now.
Oh, in! Okay, Chris, can you do better than your first shot there?
It's going to be hard.
What just happened there with the Edison wedge?
I just drained it.
Nice.
That's not bad either.
All right, second shot, a little bit bolder the first one, great contact, and we're going to call that about 12 feet by the pin.
Well, the first Edison ball actually went right in the hole. Felt great. Actually had great contact with both of the Edison balls, and even had decent contact with mine, but as you can see, the two white balls with my club are a little bit further away. The Edison balls are much closer to the hole.
And a much smaller dispersion as well.
Yep.
I'm going to take my 54 Vokey. I think that in the interest of fairness, I should hit one and then the other and then one and then the other, so I'm not well practiced with one.
Sounds fair.
So this is the Vokey 54.
Do I need to get the ball out of the hole to make room for yours, or are you okay?
I think it'll be all right.
A little bit short. Let's call that 18 feet short of the pin there. All right, Chris, what are you hitting now?
I'm now hitting the Edison 55. That one bit in quite a bit.
A little bit short there, so left that about, I'm gonna say that's about 28 feet short. Pull it out and I'll buy you a beer. I just gotta buy both of you beers since Chris has already done it.
I hit that a bit heavy.
Left that one a little bit short there.
Maybe that these just have slightly sharper grooves than I'm used to.
Yeah.
And therefore they're biting on the green a little better.
All right.
And I'm not used to that.
Fair enough.
But they feel great.
Well, they are brand spanking new.
They do feel good. The balance is good, and they look really good. I think you've got some good clubs here.
There we go.
What I would like to try is a flop shot.
Flop shot. Well, we got 3 shots in the can already. Let's do a flop shot. Let's give it a go. All right, let's get floppy here. All right, so we're gonna add one more shot. We're gonna do a flop shot challenge here. The guys are up for this, so we're gonna be using, I guess, the most lofted club they have and open it up the face and take a big swing. And I think with the Edison, that will be the 59 degrees. So let's see what these guys have.
I'll start with my 58-degree Wokey wedge and see how it works.
So you're just gonna open up the face of that and take a swing?
Yep.
Up it goes.
A little bit far.
All right, got floppy though, got a little bit far there, just off the green, so he's probably, I'd say, about 18 feet away from the hole down there.
Okay, let's try the 59.
Oh, almost in! 6 feet away.
Good. It felt very good.
Nice.
Can't complain about
Are you,
feel of these.
are you guys gonna give me these clubs back afterwards, even though they don't, the grip is too small for you guys?
Maybe not.
So hit 4 different type of shots with your club and also the Edison wedges. So overall, what did you think of the Edison wedges?
I liked them. I thought they were very well balanced, very nice to look at, and I really like the way the ball comes off the face of the club. And I think they're really good clubs. I think that I'd give them 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10. Solid score. Solid ModGolf score. Well, hey, if you enter the ModGolf giveaway contest, maybe you can win some. So we'll be announcing that afterwards as far as how you can subscribe and register for your chance. So Chris number 9, thanks for that and enter to win.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Edison Wedges.
All right, Chris 17, holing out there. Tell us about your experience with the Edison wedges. What did you think about the feel, the performance, and overall how they were in your hands there?
Great performance, great feel, very nice weight, great contact, and most importantly, great results. As you saw, I did hold that 35-foot chip from off the green. So if that's any indication, I'll be a customer of the Edison wedges.
So that wraps up our review of the Edison wedges. So as you saw earlier, Chris 9 gave the Edison wedges an 8.5 out of 10, and Chris 17, who gave his number off camera, gave them a 9 out of 10. I think that was also due to the fact he holed out that 35-yard chip shot there. And you saw what I did in the simulator. I had some great results there. 7 out of 10 greens with the Edison wedges as compared to 3 out of 10 with my Vokies. So I also give the Edison wedges a 9 out of 10. So that is an average ModGolf review score of 8.83 out of 10. Not bad at all. I realize this video review is a bit longer than the ones we'll be doing in the future for other products, but we did want to test the wedges in both simulator conditions, so thank you GOLFTEC Vancouver for that, and also under real golf on-course conditions too. So thank you University Golf Club here in Vancouver for that. As I mentioned earlier, Edison has offered to give away wedges to 3 lucky winners, and you'll get to choose the loft, you'll also get to choose the shaft type, and you'll also get to choose the grip that you want too. So with that, all you need to do to enter is subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment that says, enter me in the ModGolf giveaway contest. Simple as that. Thanks for watching, and good luck in the contest.